Now this next question is very, very, very important in
Okay.
terms of any of the youngins out here that are listening.
Yeah.
Because I see so many people on my Twitter timeline and things of that nature that say college is a scam, and they keep saying things like they hate their major, they just waiting for it to be over,
Yeah.
and things of that nature. So I know you majored in mass communications.
Yeah.
So I would like to know what was your thought process in choosing that major? Because one of the things I think is that these children are not out here really putting in a lot of thought into these majors. I think they're just hearing that something makes some money, and then they're going into that, and they're not really matching up the abilities God has given them with their pursuits or with their goals. So what was your thought process that went into you choosing mass comm?
All right, let me see if I ever told you this then. Did I tell you when I got to Southern Miss that my original major was not mass communications? It was nursing.
So. No, see, I always assumed that it was mass comm, because if I'm not mistaken, you did some things at St. Joe with the school paper.
I did.
I thought it just was a carryover.
So I got to Southern Miss and I chose nursing. Maybe I should have, because nursing in 2020 is making all the money. But I didn't. Here's why I didn't stick with nursing, brother. Twofold. The truth of the matter is, I knew deep down my passion was in communications. That's what I do. I'm a communicator. My wife will tell you I over communicate sometimes, but that's just what I do. I'm good with words, spoken word and written word. That's what I do really well. And I do well with long-term thinking on how one message can be conveyed 5 different ways, 5 different avenues, and how what you say now can have second and third order effects. I've always known that. But in my mind, I wanted something a little bit more stable. Okay. Mm-hmm. Freshman year, sociology class. I don't know how I got into a 300 level course my freshman year. Sociology class. It was about childbirth and the family. I'll never forget it. Southern Miss Liberal Arts Building, watching a childbirth on one of the box TVs. You know how they roll in the TV. I'm sitting auditorium style seating and I'm getting hot. I'm sweating as I watch this childbirthing video occur. What's going on? I'm looking around. Everybody else is fine. I get up because I'm like, man, I'm not feeling well. I get up. I go out of the classroom, doors on either side. Luckily, there's a bathroom right next to our class. Pass out.
What? You have never told me this. What?
I could not handle it. Dropped the class. Dropped it. Dropped it.
What the world?
Bro, I couldn't do it, man. And I know like that didn't have to be my world in nursing, right? You could find your niche, your specialty, if you will.
Yeah.
But none of the stuff that I thought about long term, even in that short window of me being an 18-year-old trying to figure it out, I just knew that wasn't my passion. My passion was something that at the time didn't relay to a lot of money. And so while it may not have been a good idea on the surface when you say it out loud, I just really felt like, man, things will work out where I could figure it out. When I was in high school, they used to make fun of me all the time because I was always writing in my notebook all the stats of like Cowboys players and NBA players. I can name every like all-star lineup from the NBA for like the past 10 years. I was always doing that. I can name the starting rosters from the Atlanta Braves, from the Dallas Cowboys, from the Chicago Bulls, from the Philadelphia 76ers when they had AI. I could keep that information and it would just stay in my head and I could regurgitate it like that. I've always been able to do that. Even to this day, I've always been able to do that. So I figured I might as well give it a shot. And from when I made that decision and I wasted a year at Southern Miss not playing around, just enjoying college life my freshman year. When I got my life right academically and locked in on my classes, man, it was no looking back because I knew that not only could I do it, that I was going to be good at it. I was so good in these classes, man, whether it be video production, whether it be radio production, whether it be media law and ethics, all of it intrigued me. So I knew I was on the right track. College, I can hear the argument of people saying it's a scam. College does two things. Helps you figure out what your specialty can be. Now, you may say you're wasting money if you're going and you don't know what it is. I disagree. I'm proof that it can be that way. So you go and figure it out and you can hone your skills at the same time. The other thing is college presents life to you in a way that I think is very unique. It's like a bubble almost. So you get to be in a place where you're somewhat protected because you're a college student, but you get to experience real life stuff. You know, you get to see harsh realities, but you don't get to see them every day on a large scale. Every now and then that real life comes into it. And as you well know, gives you crap that's got nothing to do with you. And then you get that real life that bursts your bubble. But for the most part, you're in a bubble. And from my college perspective, I gained my real lifelong friends that I call my brothers, right? I knew you at St. Joe. We hung out. We were on the team together, right? But we became brothers at Southern Miss. Joe, TJ, Clay, Patty, these are people that I met at Southern Mississippi, right? When I was 18 years old. I'm 36. Another 18 years on top of that, we're brothers. Like our bonds are like this, man. When we talk to each other every day in group text, you know what I mean? We do everything. Our wives know each other. It's that level that college brings to you. I'm not saying you have to go to college to make friends, but that's where you truly find out what relationships can look like. And more importantly, you can start really finding out who you are as an individual as well. I really found out who I am spiritually to a certain extent. I started to figure that out because I had a professor challenge me because I was so closed-minded to other religions that he challenged me on a few things, man. And I can't think of that professor's name, to be honest with you, but what it did for me, it helped me learn that it's okay for me to have my faith and be religious, right? And be spiritual and be confident in that and be okay with openly saying, I am a Christian. Mm-hmm. But it also taught me tolerance. It also taught me that if you're truly a Christian and you love, then you love regardless. That's your only charge. You know what I mean? The rest of it has nothing to do with you. Tolerance and love. I learned that in college. I didn't learn that growing up, you know, in Port Gibson and Jackson, where I went to church every Sunday. I didn't learn. I learned that in college. Okay. So that's what college is an experience. It's not just an institution. It is an experience. So for people who say that, I disagree. I really do. I disagree when you say it's a scam. It's not a scam. It's an experience and it's a life journey that I'm not saying it's for everybody, but if you have that option, you should definitely give it a shot.